What's up, Skyhawks? Welcome back to the Skyhawk Talk. I'm your host, Catherine Sweeney, and today I am here with the senior captain on both women's cross country and track teams here at Stonehill, Emily Young.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming on. I'm so excited because, fun fact, you guys.
We were hallmates.
We lived literally right across the hall from each other.
In the Dirty O.
In the Dirty O. And you know what? I tried so hard to get, my roommate at the time was also named Emily. I tried to get Emily and I out of O'Hara so badly, even though we were stuck there because she was an honors student.
Yeah.
I tried to get us into Boland, but
So
it didn't
bad.
work. But you know what? It
brought us together.
out.
You know what?
It
Full
worked
circle.
out.
We're here now.
Full circle, we're here now. Even though I was probably so loud and was like banging on your,
Yeah,
banging
you
on
were,
your door.
yeah.
All right, let's just get right into things. Who is Emily when you strip away the title of an athlete for just a second?
I would say I'm a pretty creative, resilient, and hardworking person.
Very nice. What is something about you that people might not expect from a distance runner?
That running is not always fun to me. Just like any other sport, like it takes a lot of hard work. It's very demanding. I love it like 90% of the time, but sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do mile repeats,
Mile repeats. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either. Anyway, so you are an artist and an athlete, which are two very different worlds on paper. So how do those two sides of you connect in a way?
Yeah, so they both serve as like healthy outlets for me. Like when I'm stressed, I just want to go for a run or sit down and draw for a few hours. And they both take like lots of discipline. Like when either activity, you have to be kind of locked into what you're doing, very intentional with each brushstroke, each step you take while you run.
Very nice. So what do you like to do when it comes to drawing? Do you like drawing with, like, I don't know all that the artist terms. Do you like painting versus drawing? Or what do you like to do?
I definitely like drawing.
Okay.
Pencil, charcoal work. Graphic,
Do you do like realistic style
Yes,
stuff?
very realistic.
You're gonna have to show me your work sometime.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so you've told me that you become more intentional in how you show up for yourself and others. What do you think led you to that?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be kind of personal.
Let's do it.
Okay. Each year I kind of like overcome some sort of like adversity.
Mm-hmm.
My freshman year being like my dad getting diagnosed with cancer and later passing, sophomore year is dealing with low ferritin levels, junior year mental health. And honestly what made me really intentional was no matter what I was going through, a certain constant in my life during that time was running. And I would like come to the locker room like bawling my eyes out, but the second I got there, like all my worries just went away.
So you have been through a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
We're going to get more into that.
Okay.
Okay, so getting into running in general, you said that you got into running because a friend wanted running buddies in middle school, so she asked you and your sister to run with her. So when did that sure, why not decision turn into something that really changed your life?
Yeah. It kind of just like fell into my lap. Like I grew up wanting to be a gymnast because, Gabby Douglas, like Simone Biles, like I just want to be able to flip around. But running it was something that I just like picked up, like just dropped everything and picked it up. And that was like, honestly, just the best decision. Like the best things are not something that you chase, you attract, you know? So when I started in middle school, I didn't think I was that good. And then my coaches told my parents, like, yeah, they need to quit gymnastics and like just do this full time. Focus on it, yeah.
What specifically about running made you love it so much and want to focus on it full time?
It's very rewarding and it's very time based. Like the results don't lie, the times don't lie. So, and just not more so like just the times, but the people that I met through that journey was just like amazing. And I was like, I just want to keep doing this.
So worth it.
Yeah, so worth it.
So running has brought you everything from joy and pain and community and growth, like all sorts of different things. Yep. What has kept you coming back through all of it?
Just mainly the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brought you good friends and teammates?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're like sisters. You build you have a sisterhood and brotherhood here, and we all look out for each other.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Did distance running always feel like a connection to you? Did you always feel connected to distance running, or is that something that you had to grow to love?
I definitely found love like right away. Really? I knew I wasn't like fast enough to be a sprinter, yeah. I don't know.
Okay. So your sister is your identical twin sister. Yeah. What is it like getting into a sport alongside your twin?
It was great, honestly. Like I had a built-in training buddy, and we had like very similar times, so it was cool. Like, but it also was very competitive.
I bet.
Yeah, very. There was not in like a unhealthy way, just very natural. And one like we would always switch off having like good or bad seasons, but no matter how good or bad we did, it was like always like, oh, if they can do it, I can too.
Very nice. So it was competitive, but you also motivated each other.
Yeah, for sure.
So did people always assume that the two of you were the same or not? How did you separate your guys' identity?
So she went here our freshman year and then later transferred, but people still come up to me and they're like, Olivia? I'm like, no, which is kind of frightening how many connections she made just within a year. Just in a year. But so after she transferred, that was our first time kind of being alone and like having to find our own identities without like having each other all the time. Like, so now I feel like I definitely am my own person. I have my own friend group. I know who I am, and she has her own lifestyle. So definitely being apart for the first time was really helpful.
How difficult was that?
It was weird, but honestly, I had my teammates, like my best friend, Jordan Malloy, is my roommate. She's been my roommate for the last 4 years, so she's really helped me a lot. Like, she's literally my sister. She has taken on that role.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How has having a twin shaped the way that you think about teamwork, support, and competition?
It just shows, for me, it was like just shows the importance of having someone there with you through the hard times, through the good times.
Very nice. So after you visited Stonehill, you felt like Stonehill was your home. Like you just had that feeling about it. What gave you that feeling so quickly?
I knew that I wanted a small school, but I did not think that it would just bring me so much like sense of belonging the second I went there. And I told my friend, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go visit Stonehill. And I went to practice after that. And she's like, you could tell like you are going to go to Stonehill. Like I could just tell.
I feel like I also kind of had that same feeling because I was just talking to someone about this too in an interview. I got told when I was touring schools, you'll just have a feeling about that one school when you walk onto campus. And I was like, yeah, right. We'll see about that. I totally did. You just know.
Yeah, you just know.
And I met my freshman year roommate, Emily DeRochers, at the Admitted Students Day.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And that's how I knew. I had visited the campus beforehand, and then I went back, and I had met Emily, and I was like, you know what? I think this is where I'm meant to be. Yep. And then I ended up living across the hall from you. Anyways. Yeah. So how important were the coaches, Karen and Carl, in making Stonehill feel like the right fit for you for track and cross country?
Yeah. So in high school, I had an older guy coach. And when I found out that Karen was the head coach, I was like so excited because I always wanted like a women's coach who really knew women's anatomy, like the psychology behind the sport and everything. So I was so thrilled to have like a women's coach. And they are definitely like mom and dad. You know, they take on that role when I'm here. Sometimes like when I'm having a hard time, I just like want to hear her yap and just, you know what I mean, give me like just some words of encouragement. They're like the best people ever.
Looking back now as a senior, how do you think Stonehill has helped shape who you've become now?
It's definitely given me a voice. I've gained so much confidence over the years. I've been through, unfortunately, a lot, but it's definitely been vital to my development in both like as a runner and a person.
Yeah. Honestly. Yeah. So you guys won the NEC championship.
Yes.
So as the first Stonehill program to win gold since the move to Division I, That's such a huge moment. Take me through that day and your thought process.
Okay, so we were at LIU. It was so hot that day. In the year prior, we were at SFU, and it was our first showing in the NEC since they moved from NE10, and I guess they were pretty good. Like, my coaches were like, yeah, we've been really good in the NE10. Like, this is our first, time being in NEC, and we actually tied for first. My freshman year against SFU, and then we were like, okay, like starting to believe we belong here. And then LIU, my sophomore year, we ended up winning, and that was like insane. Like, I was bawling my eyes out after crossing the finish line because I didn't have the best race, but like it was just such a mix of emotions. But the people who have seen you train or butt off, like, day in and day out, we're there, and it was just like we're in this different state, but it was just the sense of like, okay, like, I'm okay because I'm with the people that I love and they love me. And yeah, it was just crazy. Like, they took so long to like figure out the scoring if we won or not, so we were just like, I don't know,
so anxious.
Yeah, so anxious, but it was great. It was like, I'll never forget it.
What did that championship say about the team as a whole?
That we belong in the NEC.
100%. Yeah. So speaking of your team and the culture of the team, you call your teammates your sisters. What makes that bond feel so strong?
We go for 3 seasons straight. We don't have any time off from each other. We sometimes we're sick of each other, but it just brings us like, we watch each other day in and day out. We're there. We love for each other. We fight for each other like sisters. It's great.
Okay, so being named captain after everything that you have been through had to feel really, really meaningful to you. So how did it feel being chosen as captain after everything? Yeah,
it felt honestly like so surreal. I went from being my freshman and sophomore year for cross country, being our 7th runner, and then me taking junior year off was crazy, and then bouncing back. And I worked so hard over the summer. I was doing like 50-mile weeks, I felt so surreal to be our number 1 girl for the program and being named captain, like boom, 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 and having like getting prime performer like week after week after week. It was just like, I deserve this so much. You know what I mean? Like, I put in so much hard work that no one really saw. Like, I did it all alone over the summer.
Yeah.
So I felt like I really deserved it.
Yes, you did deserve it.
Thank you.
What kind of leader did you want to try and be for the younger girls?
I kind of wanted to be a symbol of like hope in a way. Like, if you're going through a hard time, like, it's okay. You just have to believe in yourself, because it doesn't matter how many people, like, who believes in you. Like, your coaches, your teammates, like, someone could be like, oh, I believe in you, but you have to come to the realization yourself that you believe in yourself.
Yeah, I think that's so important. If you don't believe in yourself, then
what's the point?
What's the point?
Yeah.
What else matters? Right. 100%. So I want to go back to what you had just mentioned before, which was your junior year.
Yeah.
You have been really honest about struggling mentally last fall and stepping away from competition. What was that period of life like for you?
It was definitely really difficult. I mean, in the moment, it was kind of, when I first stepped away, it was like it was so foreign to me because I've had the sport in my life for so long. It was kind of like bittersweet, you know what I mean? Like, I got to focus on myself, my academics, and then all of a sudden it just like hit me in the middle of the fall, like, oh shoot, like, I had this whole, like, this big hole in my heart, like, what is this? And it's because I missed the team and missed running,
What did your teammates do that helped pull you back towards yourself?
I knew that I wanted to be the leader that they kind of needed, like, it was just Jordan and I as the upperclassmen after Emma Lawrence was leaving. So I kind of knew, oh, shoot, like, what are they going to do? Like, I want to be that role model and someone that they can fall back to and rely on, because my freshman and sophomore year, I had Vic Lombardi. She was awesome. Like, I opened up to her. She was she just felt such like a motherly figure to me, and I felt so comfortable, and I wanted to be that person for our girls on the team.
What did that experience teach you about vulnerability and strength?
That you could pull yourself out of anything.
Yeah. 100%. You seem to have been, after everything, your freshman year, what you went through, your sophomore year, what were those levels that you were talking about that were low?
Okay, so they're like iron problems. Yeah, so I was like borderline anemic, but I was
damn.
like, I'm on like an iron pill now, so it's fine. Yeah, a lot of like distance runners struggle with low iron.
Yeah. And then just everything mentally junior year.
Yeah.
You were able to pull through after all of that and show up for your teammates. How did you go? I don't know. I don't want to say how did you go about that, but after everything you've been through, what are you most proud of today?
I would say just being able to show my face. You know, it was just so hard last year coming back because I felt like I let myself, like not only myself down, but my coaches, my teammates. And coming back, like into locker room was so difficult because I'm like, I feel like they hate me. Like, I don't know. This feels weird. Like, I don't really want to be here. And I feel like they can tell. But I'm just so proud that I put on a strong face. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm here to get the work done and just to run. So I'm going to do that.
Speaking of getting the work done, like you were saying, you trained your butt off this past summer, and now you're having the season of your life. So what was different about your mindset coming into this year after this past summer?
Yeah, so I kind of got things rolling a little bit last spring because last indoor was really difficult getting back into training. I like opened up in a 5:45 mile, which my teammates don't ever seem to let that down. But
wait, 5:45 mile is slow?
Yes. Listen. You
will never catch me running a mile with you ever. I am like way slow. What is fast for you for a mile?
I opened up in like a 5:06 mile. This indoor season, my PR is only 5:01. Yeah.
Only 5:01. So you're almost sub 5 minutes.
Yeah, almost. I'm hoping at the Providence meet this outdoor, but
that's insane. You are fast as that. I could not even imagine doing 5 minutes for a mile. Oh my god, my whole body hurts just thinking about that. All right. Anyways, how much more meaningful do the good moments feel now after everything?
Yeah, I did this all kind of by myself, so it was just like so rewarding.
I bet.
Yeah.
Did you go through it did you have someone to lean back on when you were going through everything, or did you just take everything on yourself and work through everything yourself?
My teammates and coaches. You know, this summer I put in all the mileage myself, 50 miles. I ran basically by myself because I live in the middle of nowhere. But it was ultimately like I would call my friends and just be like, hey, how are you? Like check in with them and, just holding them accountable. And I made like a group chat on Snapchat and had like people document when they ran. So it would hold me accountable too. Like when I saw, they're doing like 7 mile a day, like I should probably do that too.
So your teammates and your coaches seem like a really strong support system.
Yes, yeah,
so that's one thing that Stonehill has really given you is a really, really strong balance and support. Yeah. That's so awesome. All right. You are an art and visual culture major with a business minor. What drew you to that combination?
So I took AP art and I was like really into the arts in high school. And then my senior year, I was like, I'm never doing this again, because it's just not realistic. And then I took a mixed media class my freshman year of college, and I kind of found the love for it again. Okay. Yeah, I originally thought I was going to be an accounting major.
Oof.
Yeah, and then I can't do that. That's not who I am.
So what are you looking to do post-grad?
I'm not quite sure yet. I'm still I'm returning the fall, actually, to run cross country because I have another season of eligibility.
That's exciting. Yeah. So you have some more time to figure it out.
Yes, yeah.
All right, that's good. Does creating art give you something that running cannot?
I guess Yeah, they both serve, like I said, like healthy outlets. Running's more like physical, obviously, but drawing's just like I put my headphones on, I sit down. It's like you have to really be in the mindset, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When life gets overwhelming, do you find more peace in running or in creating art?
When I need a break from like pressures of competition, I definitely would rather draw.
For sure.
Yeah.
How long does creating a piece take for you?
How long?
Yeah. Well, I mean, depending on what you're doing or how big it is.
At least like 4 to 5 hours.
Wow.
At least, yeah.
Do you do that within one sitting or do you break it up?
Yeah, I need to like find, like sometimes I try to go in the studio and work and then I can only do it for like an hour at a time. But sometimes I just go in there wicked late at night and I just sit down and just get all done.
Wow.
Before I lose motivation. Yeah.
All right. So thinking back on your time here at Stonehill, what kind of impact do you hope you would leave on this program?
Being a strong leader, keeping my head up despite it all.
Yeah. Well, if the version of you who was struggling last fall could see you now, what do you think she'd say?
Damn. Crazy, like crap, She turned her life around. Yeah.
She did it. And I feel like you did it in a pretty short amount of time, if I'm correct.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's hard to pull through all of that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So my last question for you today is, what is one piece of advice you would want to give your freshman year self?
Just be true to yourself. The people that are meant for you and the life experiences that are meant for you will come with you, You don't have to force anything, kind of like how I fell into the sport. Just kind of landed right in my lap. I didn't have to try, and I'll never regret anything that I've gone through. And, it shaped me to be the person I am today, no matter how many mistakes and regrets I've had.
You're a much stronger person now.
Yes, yeah.
Good for you, Emily.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. I really loved this conversation.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And thank you guys for watching. We will see you in the next one.